Dum dee diddle die dum do, he lie dum dee diddle die dum do, he lie dum dee diddle die dum do, he hiddle 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 hi dum do. Where are we today, boys and girls?
Stirling Bridge.
Stirling Bridge, that's right, William. And what can we see away up there on the hill? Stirling Castle. And if we turn around, just give me a minute here, we'll zoom out. And if we turn around, what can we see? Wallace Monument. Let me get turned around so we can spot it then.
This, I can't say something, Dad. This is a perfect middle between Wallace Monument and Stirling Castle.
It is. You can see both of them turning round from either direction. So there we have Wallace's monument. And who is the monument named after or built to commemorate?
William Wallace.
William Wallace, the man who helped found our country, didn't he?
Aye.
And he fought a very famous battle at Stirling Bridge. But this is not thought to be the same bridge where it happened. I think this bridge was built many, many years afterwards, wasn't it?
On the Stirling Bridge, didn't the bridge collapse?
It did, and that's how we did quite well in it, was it not? That we managed to stop the opposing army coming over the water to fight us, didn't we?
And also, we were pretty lucky because the English had no idea what they were doing.
No, well, I think that time we had the advantage of knowing the land and all the rest of it, didn't we?
Yeah. We can all thank praising them for being dumb.
Now just look at all the cobbles here. What do you think of them? And what is the river that this bridge goes over? Do you know?
Murky.
The Murky River, yes, it's very murky, but it's murky for a reason, because this is the one that goes past Alloa as well.
Oh, is it
What
for
one
the
is it?
sewers?
Not the sewers, no.
The paper factory.
The fourth.
Oh,
And this is the tidal river, so you can see on the other side there. Can you see how the embankment?
quicksand.
Yes, so what will happen here is the water will go up and down with the tide, but we're quite far up it, so it doesn't go quite as much here. But there's always a lot of sediment coming down this river, isn't there?
Yeah, and if you step in that sand over there,
You'll probably sink in, that's right. And then you can see where it kind of goes a bit lighter at the top. That's where the water can regularly come up to. So we'll have a look over the other side. Oh, look at this now. I always love this because see when you go to cities these days, what do you see on the skyline?
Yeah, more buildings.
Lots and lots of big buildings, lots of big skyscrapers and stuff. But when you look at the Stirling skyline, you've got trees, but the buildings that are there look like the ones that have always been there.
Yeah.
So if we look at the very top, we can see the castle just to the right. And then as you come down, you've got the top of the Toon and all of these fantastic buildings. I think that's a little church we can see as well up there off in the distance. What do you think?
Yeah.
But if you look at it, the skyline along the sort of horizon of the town is still almost just all the traditional buildings. How fantastic is that?
Very fantastic.
And when we go to the River Devon, what is it like? Is it fast moving or slow moving?
Quite slow.
It's quite slow moving, and look at this one. What's this one doing? It looks like it's barely moving at all, is it?
I know that car like you spotted earlier. It was a Ferrari F12 Berlinetta.
A Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. I thought it was something special. I only caught a glimpse of it.
It's one of the
Did you just see it driving past there? Superb. Now, we don't usually come this way, do we? Because we usually stick to Clackmannanshire region and then a little bit of Crook of Devon, don't we?
Yeah.
But what region is Stirling in?
It's Stirlingshire?
Aye, central region, or is it Stirling? Am I not thinking right here? Is it Stirlingshire? I don't know, I can't remember now.
I don't think it is.
I think it's central region, I don't know.
This is like part of the central belt of Scotland.
But this is less than 5 miles in the opposite direction from Alloa, isn't it? So this is well within the area that we tend to go and visit. Now
Are the cobbles here made from stones from Devon?
What's that?
Are the cobbles here made from stones from the Devon?
I don't know where the cobbles would have come from. What kind of stone do you think they're made from? We'll come in here and have a wee look at the water.
Yeah. It looks like polished slates to me.
It looks like slate, so it's probably come from a slate mine or something, or a slate quarry rather than... Oh look, now wait, look at down here. Look at how they used to build the footings for the old bridges. Look at that. What would we use these days?
Metal.
We'd use metal, we might use big blocks of concrete, but look at that. They've built that up just with little bits of stone, haven't they?
Yeah.
And just look at the architecture of the bridge. This one seems to have a double arch on it. Can you see that?
Yeah. How could you possibly do that?
Well, this is the old style technique. So they use specially carved stones, and basically the weight of the arch, once it all comes together, holds its own weight. It's like a natural strengthening process, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty cool though, and there's little steps down that other side to go down to the water as well. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever walked across this bridge. I have driven past it most days of my life, coming out whenever I've come to Stirling, but I have never walked over it. Can you believe that?
Look at all those midges.
Ah, lots of midges, eh? We should have brought our
Get
net.
my hair. Anyway, my net, its actual netting is too small to catch me.
Oh, is it too small for them?
You'll need to have it fitted with mosquito net if you want to do that.
Right.
And
But aye, what a bridge this is, isn't it?
yeah.
What do you think, William? Do you like it?
Yeah. Imagine
Oh, wait a minute. We get a good view of the monument again from here.
Yeah.
And do you know what colours they light it up at night? So they have a nice light show here. And they have lit up Wallace Monument in the colours of the Ukrainian flag at night. How cool is that?
That's good to pay respects.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's go down here. Now, I think they've actually built a new pathway along here. I'm just looking down there. What do you think? That looks quite new to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you can't go there. Looks like they're doing some work.
I think you can go there. Come down, we'll have a wee look. I see a sign there. Shall we go down and read it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, and look, everyone's coming along this bridge today on their bikes,
I wish I could bring
having
my
a wee
bike here.
walk. Morning.
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 I wish I could bring my bike.
I know, I wish we brought your bike. This looks great. Hiya.
Aye.
This looks great to cycle along, doesn't it?
Aye.
Now, did we see a sign up here somewhere on the way down? Well, we'll have a wee look and see if we can see it. I think it's just up here at this fence. Oh, there it's there. There it's there. Let's go and read this sign. William, would you like to read this to us?
Okay. Welcome to the phase 1 of the river walkway. This project consists of a footpath from the Stirling Bridge to the Woodside Road, a landscaping along the route, selective clearance of square planting, improved lighting at the Stirling Bridge, clear at the top of the Woodside Road, delivered with funding from the East of Scotland European Partnership, Scottish Natural Heritage, Stirling Council, the Scottish Executive, Stirling Community Safety Fund, and the Stirling Landfill Tax Fund.
Fantastic. Now, see down at the bottom here, can you see this red line in the picture here?
Yeah.
Now, come and see. So we are at this bottom bit on the red line here on the bridge, and they're building this walkway to go around. And guess what? Dad used to actually live here in the Raploch before you were born, just away up there. Can you believe that?
Really?
Yeah. So look at this. Oh, right. So here's on the map. It shows us exactly where we are and where they're going to build the route right along the side of the Forth. So this basically goes right round the whole of the Raploch housing estate.
Oh wait, I found out. This is that path, Dad? That
Uh-huh.
is the brown bit?
Yeah, that's right. So will we follow the brown bit down here and see what this new path is going to look like?
Tobogganing.
Now this is fantastic. I'm quite excited. This is a really nice thing for the Raploch. Oh, I do like this. Oh, yes! I think we've got more historical stuff here. Well, we start at this side and work our way around. Oh, here we go. So this is going to give us all the details we are looking for. Chloe, you going to come and help us read?
Yeah.
Right, shall we start with this one?
Now you know that little what has made the hole in the place of where you stand. Please take the riverwalk, follow the timeline past play areas, arch designed, look out for points and chess board maps. Map out to Kildine or to the village square and up to the castle.
Oh well, Go and read this one along the top. So this is quite interesting.
Oh, I can't read that.
So, the voice of the river, I remember when I was just a little burn.
Trickling down the banks of Ben Lomond, the deer came down to sip at my clear skin. They gorged themselves on the young grass. The minnows wrapped themselves in my wetness. Eagles, buzzards, and falcons glided me over. Hawks hovered for petrified field mice. As I was floating, I was getting larger. People came to sketch me in all my beauty. The apes and sandwiches and apples and the children came to paddle in my water and skiff on my stones. The hawk's beady eye watched them from above. Poachers waded through me to catch my precious salmon. Finally, I came to Stirling town. There, I was joined by my cousins, the River Allen and the River Keith.
Flowed.
It's kind of hard to read.
It is a bit hard. It's been scratched.
Under a wooden bridge, men in armour trembled into me. My green river red with blood. I saw a castle in all its might. Traders were selling tartan shawls and leather shoes, and blacksmiths were melting iron to meet their blades. As I left Stirling, something changed as if I were two people, salt and fresh. I felt raindrops falling on my surface. I spotted the Wallace monument on my left, high up in Abbey Craig.
I was
Swerving from side to side, I was entering the links at Alloa.
Alloa!
A royal boat with a fine woman in it.
Oh, they're talking about Mary Queen of Scots. That's who we went and seen.
Queen of Scots. I remember the old days, watching the men work at the foundries, the tanneries, the weaving mills, and the distilleries. I remember the fishing boats passing me over and the big silver grey salmon leaping out the river. I remember the rainbow trout admiring the oyster beds and the kingfisher diving for sticklebacks. I drifted on my Grangemouth, on between Culrose and Bowness, all the way to the two towering bridges, the Forest Rail Bridge and the Forth Road Bridge. I arrived at Queen's Ferry. Seagulls were flying overhead, squeaking and squawking. Mermaids, purse, and other seaweed were swaying back and forth. The sun was beating down on me as I moved out through Aberlady Bay. I passed Inverkeith. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
Past the Basnock Rock, sorry. And the Isle of May.
I saw beautiful colours in a rainbow. I could feel the salt move through me. I had entered the North Sea.
Well, there you go. So who wrote that? Let's read that bit.
The student of Rathlach
St Mary's School. There you go. So that was written by the pupils. So that just told the story of our walk there, didn't it? Being able to see Wallace Monument, being able to see the castle, then the salt water coming through.
Yeah.
Now this is absolutely fantastic. This has got lots of stuff here. Chloe, would you like to come and read this one?
Okay.
Come on then. This is all about the river. You might like this one.
Over the past 2,500 years, sea trout, lamprey and eels have been pouring along its course into its many tributaries to spawn. During the month of July 1842, it was reported that a 16-foot rowing boat fishing at Cornton caught more than 300 salmon in 3 nets.
Oh, wow! Right, wait a minute. What have we got here? Well, we read a bit about the bridge as well. And this can tell us about the battle, William. You're going to read a bit about the bridge for us?
There was the first bridge over the river Forth and made from timber. It is most likely to have stood somewhere directly in front of where you are standing. As you can see, there is no trace of it, and archaeologists have not yet found any definitive evidence of its location, so the mystery remains. It is, however, immortalised in the accounts of the Battle of Stirling Bridge in
1297. So how long ago was 1297, do you think?
800 years. About 700-ish.
Yeah, and that was just a few years before William Wallace was captured and taken down to London. And what happened to him there, William?
He was hung, drawn, and quartered.
Hung, drawn and quartered.
Oh wait, I think I can tell. So 1297, 700 years later, 997. So So 725 years ago.
725 years ago, the battle was fought here. Not on that bridge, but on a bridge round about this area.
Yeah.
Amazing, huh?
Very nice.
Can you believe that all of Scotland's history happened right here in Stirling?
Or most of it.
Or most of it. And I thought that was really nice how the kids there had talked about Mary Queen of Scots coming to Alloa, seeing the lovely woman, the beautiful Mary Queen of Scots down in Alloa. Because that's a very famous part of her story when she came to visit there, wasn't it?
Really?
Yeah.
It really was.
And she walked up Lime Tree Walk and went to the castle, or went to Alloa Tower.
I can't believe that. But what is royal people like coming to places, like even small places, was such a big deal?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Back then, things were very different. All the big cities weren't as big as they were, and Alloa was much bigger than Stirling. Or, well, maybe not bigger, but certainly was a more popular trading port.
More active.
Because it was, yeah, more active because it was further down the river, it was deeper water. I don't think Stirling had a particularly good place for a port, because as you can see there, the water isn't that deep, is it?
Then what happened?
Well, the river changes over time. So to start with, it used to be at Clackmannan, and then it eventually moved along to Alloa.
Did it move again?
Well, yes. Well, nowadays there's absolutely no remnants of the harbour hardly in Alloa, or certainly the size that it used to be. Right. Do you think that's enough for today?
Yeah.
Well, we just have one wee look back along the wee path and up to the castle and say cheerio.
Yeah.
Right. There's the castle through the trees. Say goodbye, boys and girls.
Bye.